Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. This is a redo from the video that was taken down off my channel for no apparent reason. I did this video from Area 51 Nick Jackson's channel so people can get over to his channel and subscribe. And the video was taken down. But this is part two, coming right back at you. Now, Nick put a video up, and the title was "The Sky Tells Stories." And he was highlighting this giant face that was being projected into the sky. And he was breaking down how this is a physical realm and a spiritual realm, but all most people see is the physical. Okay, so you know what? I'm just going to hold that there. I'm going to pull down some light. You see the giant head, some type of structure or pyramid on top of the head. You see the eye, the nose, the other eye is over here because it's not completely a side profile. You see the mouth, you see structure in the jawline, and you see what appears to be hair or some type of like decorative crown. Now, I'll zoom in right here so you can see that's clearly an eye. Peace, love, and light. You already know. They can't stop this information. I got a photographic memory. All I have to do is screenshot and just do the same exact thing I did before. Now, this is the same picture, just me adding some contrast and enhancements on it for people that don't have the spiritual eyes to see. And you clearly can see what I just described, the giant head, the nose, the eye, the pyramid-looking structure that's on top of its head or crown, the nose, the mouth, the chin and jawline. I'm going to zoom that in a little tighter. And let's zoom in on that eye because it's even more clear. And then when you zoom into the picture all the way, you see faces of entities. Like I did on the video that was taken down, all you see is eyes staring back at you. And this is the head of the creature right here, of the giant being. We're going to zoom in all right here, and I'm going to show you entities and beings. Faces, heads, people, creatures. Okay, let's zoom out a little more. Okay, overall, the entire picture. Let's zoom all the way in. We're going to go all the way in this time, folks. You see the beings, the eyeballs staring back at you? See all the organic beings that's up there, folks? That look like characters from off of Star Wars? And we got my man Area 51 some subscribers also. So that's a good thing. And from redoing this video, we'll get him more subscribers onto his channel. I'm telling you, Area 51 Nick Jackson, Planet Plainfield, Dua Ankh Kansu. I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right. But I'll put them all in the description box for the channels that are putting out some good information. Look at that, folks. So clear to see. Moving on. Another one in a different hue. Just so people can see. Nose, mouth, eye, head. Let's zoom into that pyramid thing that's on his forehead, folks. Look at that. That's an entity or being. It looks like some type of giant bird. Can't make this stuff up, folks. And we're going to zoom in. This is the head right here. Let's zoom in right here because it's in a different color. And I'll show you the same exact thing. Eyeballs staring back at you. Entities and beings. All you see is sets of eyes. Look at that, folks. The spiritual energy is like off the charts right now. Let's pull down some light. Comes in even better. Look at that. Moving on. Same shot, different format. If you cannot see that this is a pointed ear, a jawline, a mouth, nose, eyes, gigantic head with some type of headdress or crown, you really need to like check your eyeballs. This is some of the clearest you're going to see. That's why I'm glad Area 51 Nick Jackson is back. He's been gone for a while, but guess what? He's back, folks. Because he takes pictures in some crazy spots. And I mean, him, like I said, him, Colorado Skywatch, my Skies 5D, some of the craziest footage due to geographical location and ultimate awareness on their part. And this is the same shot, just showing you nose, eye, cheek structure, jaw structure, mouth, some type of symbol on the forehead, ear, and just the overall shape of the head. Look at that face, folks. Same exact thing. Can't make it up. Another shot circled so people don't have to, decipher what they're looking at. They don't have to follow my pen. I just put a red line around it, the entire head. You see the eye, the nose, the mouth, the chin, the jawline, the structure that's all on top of the head, entities and beings, faces of creatures no one ever told you about. You got to understand something, folks. You live in a supernatural world that you've been told is Earth, but it's not. That's what they told you. You can't debate me or come to me with something that they told you. You have to come up with your own school of thought and science. Look at this guy. You can see his white mustache. You got to be joking. Eyes, nose, ear. I mean, come on. You follow this channel, it's like, I really don't have to say much to the people that's truly aware. And look at this entity right here leaning over. You see his head, his ear, his eye, his nose, and his mouth. You see his body leaning out. And he appears to have some type of helmet on with a point on it. And on this channel, I've showed numerous entities that wear pointed helmets. Just like most TV shows you ever saw, like they don't bring this stuff out of just the clear blue, folks. All the stuff you see on TV, whether it be cartoons, aliens, ships, angels, demons, all comes from reality. Yeah, folks. I'll just zoom back in to the original picture. And we're going to move on. This is the original from Nick's channel, no highlight. And you can see it's not just one face, it's a secondary face right next to him, folks, right here. You see the eye, the nose, the mouth, and you see the chin line coming down right here. They're side by side. I'll zoom in on him. And let's pull down some light. See his face? See his frown on his mouth? Eye, nose, head. Yeah, folks. Clear to see. Look at that. Wow. You just don't know how like when I was uploading my video last night from my Skies 5D channel and I saw that my video was deleted off my channel, it really I'm not going to say it hurt me, but like it just took the wind out of my sails because that video was so dope. Okay. But the good thing is I got a photographic memory and we're going to bring it back even better. I should have kept the recording, but due to space on devices, after I do a video and upload it, I delete it. So I can have room on my camera to redo more videos, or my videos will be like super short. But no problem. No problem. Just gonna, Nick, we're just gonna give them more, bro. I'm gonna add on to the greatness that was already greatness. And you see the two faces. And for some reason, this face right here is coming off feminine to me. And this face right here, of course, is masculine because it looks like a man. This looks like some type of being, lizard being or humanoid entity. But the way it has its head dressed and the way it looks female. And then I'm just going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom in on this guy right here because we've been looking at this one for a while. I'm going to zoom in on the character that's right here. Eye, nose, mouth, chin. I mean, folks, I'm literally putting it right in your face. Look how crazy that is. Eyes, nose, mouth. You can see this nostril. Zoom out so you can see both the faces together. One here, and of course this one here. Yeah, I'm glad I'm redoing this video. Oh man, because this has to be on my channel. The detail in this is so precise. I mean, let's zoom in on the eye, folks. Look at that. That's clearly a pupil and an eye cavity. I mean, I'm like, to me, what I'm seeing, this is not a projection in the sky. This is a physical being. Look at the detail on the thing that's on top of his head, or her head, or its head. And of course, all the entities and beings that are just hanging around. This is ridiculous, folks. The sky tells stories. You put energy out, you need to know something. Trust me, it'll vibrate to you, folks. And I mentioned on the video that was also deleted that when you put certain energies out, like you say, oh, wow, I want to see The Wizard of Oz. I haven't seen that movie in a while. The energy that you possess, you'll go right to your cable network, and a day or two later, that movie will be playing. I mentioned the 10 Commandments to somebody, and that movie came on ABC on a prime time, like 8 o'clock in the evening on, I think it was a Friday or Saturday night. Why would they be playing an old movie like from 1968 on a primetime network? Because we're in a certain time. And they're showing you. These folks defected from God. They don't believe in an ultimate creator. But to not believe in an ultimate creator of all things has to make you a fool. Because this system is set up so perfectly, no man, woman, or child could have created it. Something greater than you had to create it. Okay? And I understand we're the creators of all things, but we did not create this system that we live in, folks. We didn't create nature. We did not create the homeostasis type situation that's going on here, how all plants and animals live in harmony. And mankind does not. Mankind is sick and dying. The only difference is there's no doctor sticking newborn babies coming out of the mother's womb with poison in the animal kingdom. But in the man's kingdom, as soon as you're born, they're sticking you with poisons, telling you that you're not good enough. It's diseases here, and we have to inoculate you and vaccinate you, or you'll die. I mean, if you can't see through the lies, you're a fool. Children's Hospital was loaded with children that have elderly and middle-aged diseases. You know, it's just a big beta testing factory, folks. Your veins were not meant to be pierced or stuck with anything. You don't have ports on your veins that open up and expel blood. We live in a closed system, and your body is a closed system. It has an intake and an exhaust. All things are made and created from you. Okay, moving on. We have one in the black and white for the spiritually blind. Same giant entity's face. You see the other face right next to him. Look at that picture. Look at all the look at the background, folks. I mean, if this is not the sky telling you a story, I don't know what to tell you. I see a feminine presence that's dominating the male presence. I mean, literally, folks, we could look at any animal in the wild and pretty much tell if it's a female or a male. You know what a female dog looks like? You know what a male dog looks like? They vary in size. Males are normally bigger, not unless we're talking about hyenas, which is an anomaly in the animal kingdom where the female is bigger and more dominant. But you can see that's a feminine entity, the way it's wearing its hair or its headdress. And then the male aspect right next to him. Eye, nose, mouth. Let's take down some light and make it even more clear for the spiritually blind. Just take a look. If you can't see, that looks like a giant lizard being or reptile creature. You need help. I mean, look at the definition in the jaw. Let's just zoom in on it. Look at that, folks. That's the ear. Pointed. The jaw, the nose. You can see the nostrils. You can see detail in the eye. Almost looks like it has eyeliner on or eyeshadow. Look at that. Unfreaking believable. But believable. Pointed ear. Seeing is believing. Can't debate stuff like this. If you do, you're a fool. Look at that. That's beautiful. You tell me that sky is not telling a story. Wow. It's so crazy, folks. Like videos like this and other Skywatch videos, we don't get a whole lot of views. So I promote people in the Skywatch community. I tell the people, listen, you need to subscribe to this channel, get to this channel. You got to stop watching porn videos and videos about like fluffy animals and cats and people just doing stupid stuff, eating sandwiches in front of you. They get millions of views. That shows you how the American public and the world at large is basically in a retarded state. Okay? And that's why they give you so many like small numbers in certain biblical texts and like 144,000 and all that, because most of the people here are demons and devils. They don't know this is hell. They think this is earth. You know, it's just crazy. And people love this place because it's physical. That's why all the demonic energies here want to get inside of a human body so they could do all types of debauchery, further enslave this place and make it into Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, that's what they're doing. Bestiality and all this other stuff. Like, come on. That's going totally against the grain. Everything they do, they invert. Every movie you ever seen in your life, they flip the cross upside down to show you the evil presence. You know, it's the double cross, the cross of the Baphomet in plain sight. It's on alcohol bottles, a bottle of alcohol called, I think it's called Dulce or Dulce. It has the cross of the Masonic order on it, which is the cross of the Baphomet. People don't know they're drinking elixirs and poisons with demonic symbols on them. They don't understand anything, but that's why we're here. Peace, love, and light. And there you go. Just the eyes of the entities to make it pop out to you even more. I don't even need to say anything. We're just going to let that resonate. And here we have the volcano scene from Nick's Solar Holocaust video. When I looked at this, I mean, I have a video on my channel where I show how volcanoes erupt. And this is the lake of fire or toxic waste that lives under the earth. And if you were to fall in this, no one would think you ever existed. Okay? See how easy it is to go out of existence in a place like this? Someone throws you in acid or they throw you in lava, you never existed. You're just a story. Let that sink in. I said that for a reason. But this is under the earth, folks. Lava and toxic waste exploding out. And then when you see this type of stuff, they have something called jinn or smoke entities, smoke demons, whatever name you want to give them. It's spiritual energy, and they're coming out of the ground. And I'm going to show you. Okay? Now, this is the same picture. I just enhanced it with more light and brought the exposure up. And I'm going to show you. Entity, right here. Coming out of the smoke. Creating a face. Eye, nose, mouth. You can see this thing's tongue is sticking out. And what do most people do in Hollywood when they mock anything that's righteous? Close one eye and stick their tongue out. You got to understand something, folks. These people throw signs at you, hand signs. I mean, like it's going out of style. And what do gang members do? Throw up hand signs. What do fraternities and sororities do? Throw up hand signs. You just don't know. You're part of the lost flock that's being led towards Satanism or Luciferianism. The further your enslavement, mentally and physically. Look at this entity coming out. You see his eye, nose, mouth, his ear, his head. You see his clothing. Why does this thing have spikes on its clothing? You think that's just smoke making up something? Look at the face of the entity. You can see his eyeballs. Let me pull down some light. For the spiritually deaf, dumb, and blind, if the shoe fits, wear it. You know, I'm the ultimate messenger here, folks. And there won't be no kicking in holes. Because I'm heavily strapped. And my fight game is, I'm super confident. Giant entity coming out. Like I said on the video that was deleted for no reason. Looks like a massive brain on the forehead. You see his eye, nose, his mouth. You see his top lip and his bottom lip. This reminds me of Gods of Egypt. The black guy that played the record keeper for the whole entire world. He had all the knowledge and his brain was exposed in the front. Eye, nose, mouth. I mean, come on. You see this thing's mouth open. You see his top lip and his bottom lip. And look at the eye. How much more detail do you need to see? That's a concave eye cavity, an iris, and a pupil. Yeah, folks, and if you look close, there's all types of faces and entities that's spewing out. You don't even understand, like, their whole science of volcanology is based in Satanism. The symbol they use, everything. But I'm here to tell you and show you. If I talk, I can prove it. I don't give you opinion. I don't give you my theory. I give you what's really there. Concrete evidence. Facts. That's why I tell you, you don't live on Earth, because there are no real pictures or images of Earth at all. Okay? And then we zoom in here. Like I mentioned on a previous video, rectangular shaped object. How can you have a rectangle that perfect coming out of a volcano? And this type of physical looking object. This looks like a claw or a hand reaching out. You got to be joking. Then you see the massive face right here. Eye, nose, and the side profile. Eye, nose. Right there, folks. And then look at the giant face off onto the side. Eye, nose, mouth. Can't make it up, folks. You see this giant creature right here. Look like his arm is extending out. Yeah. You see the machine part? And it's so many videos of so-called UFOs flying out of so-called volcanoes. Yeah. And then we have a circle around everything that's there. The giant head with the exposed brain that looks like a brain, looks like blood vessels going through it and everything. You see his eye, nose, his lips are separated. That's his mouth. Okay, then we go over here. We have the crazy looking entity with the spikes on his back. Black clothing on, looks like Gargamel from the Smurfs. Head, ear, eye, nose, mouth. Look at his face. He just looks devilish. I mean, come on. If you saw something with a face like that, just the expression alone shows you, like, yeah, you got to be on guard. You see it, folks. Seeing is believing. All the talking and someone trying to persuade you and make you believe, that's nonsense. That's nonsense to me. Everything here is corrupt and tampered with. You can't even get fruit that's non-GMO. You can't even get 100% real coconut oil or olive oil. So don't tell me about anything not being touched or tampered with here. That's why you have to use your own science, logic, ultra-standing, and discernment. Okay? I gotta tell people, we are the living books. I understand people, go to the Bible and certain things like that, but understand that's been corrupted and tampered with. So you have to go read these books and then use discernment and then use your own God-given ability and power to understand what's being done. Because understand, the men that control this place here, the transgender men and women that control this place, because remember, they invert or flip everything. Yeah, it's mental illness at a high level. Because they know what this place is. This is their heaven. Because there is nothing else for them after this. Nothing. Look at that face, folks. Looks like a clawed arm coming out, or some type of giant freaking robot. You gotta be, wow. Okay. Now, this will make it more real for some people. All the red spots are where eyes are. Just gonna let it vibrate. So you see what I see. I missed these two right here. And ultimately, subscribe to Area 51 Nick Jackson's channel. We have to support each other in the Skywatch community. No one else is. You can't call me crazy when I'm showing you stuff like this. You can believe what you want, but seeing is believing. Your eyeballs are directly connected to your brain through the optical nerve. That's a hardwired connection. And these phones allow you to see in certain spectrums of light that the human eye doesn't pick up. If you didn't know. Peace, love, and light. A redo of the video that was deleted off my channel. But you can't stop it because we are here and it's our time. One love.